But if you go to the movie, here's what you have to go with. The stuff that I laugh at and the stuff that I agree with, great, enjoy it, have a good time, fantastic. But the most important part of the movie is what makes you feel uncomfortable. If nothing makes you feel uncomfortable in the movie, it's not an important experience for you. I mean, I'm into like entertainment for the sake of entertainment too, so maybe that's a little harsh, but it's not fundamentally important to you. It's the part of the movie that makes you feel a little uncomfortable. You know, so if you're Jewish, you'll be a little bit more uncomfortable with the Satmar, who gets the head of Neturei Karta, the second in command of Neturei Karta, who is crazy. He's absolutely crazy. He's met with Ahmadinejad and he's had the meeting and kissed him and hugged him, and Bill Maher shows that. And then he shows this guy in pants and a black hat, and he's like Mr. Authenticity in Jewish life for a lot of uneducated Jews, and even for a lot of educated Jews. And then you realize this guy is nuts. He doesn't want the state to be, he doesn't want the state of Israel. Now he has a theology that gets him to that point. If you feel uncomfortable about that, which I did too, you know, as a contemporary post-denominational rabbi who studies Torah and teaches all the time, and who's been to Israel 35 times and lived in Israel 3 years and believes that we need to have a national, it makes me feel uncomfortable too. But discomfort is the beginning of wisdom. It's the beginning of some intellectual need, some emotional need that you have that is seeking something. So like I have to say, God, why am I so uncomfortable there? And then when you allow that thought to go, you actually learn some interesting things. For example, from that guy, what's fascinating is, as he said, I believe in talking to people. I said, oh my God, this guy from the 18th century, dressed like the 18th century, he doesn't even speak to Bill Maher's, ever. And the average Jew never speaks to that community. The joke is, that guy believes, in terms of his foreign policy and negotiation, the same as most liberal Upper West Side Jews. What a funny thing. His theology has taken him to the exact position that Barack Obama has, the exact position most liberal progressive Jews have, which makes him, at least within that area, incredibly enlightened. How funny that you can be completely unenlightened in some areas and completely enlightened in other areas. Now, when you begin to feel those kinds of contradictions, that's the beginning of wisdom. That's the beginning of conversations across boundaries. That's about building bridges, not to nowhere, but building bridges between people who have deep disagreements about what it means to be human on this planet.